Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. We are playing the Prophecy League. We have just entered the Chamber of Sins. Level 2 with the waypoint. Exactly where we left off last time. I have made a small modification to my loot filter. In that, whenever a coin drops, a sound effect should now also play in addition to highlighting the item in purple. Just to make sure that if there is an off-screen drop, I'll actually hear it rather than seeing it. So we'll see how that works out in practice. Lots of stuff happening here, lots of sparks bouncing. Also nullification, more energy shield, evasion rating, 15% increased evasion rating is pretty significant. 5% maximum life, elemental resists. It's a very nice module. Or module skill point node thing. Yes, you know what I mean. I don't think we did enough damage to kill him in one go. But it was just a particularly tough opponent. The regular mobs, they still die from a single Frostbolt. So far so good. What's our evasion chance? 41%. 20% armor from the boots and the gloves. And our regen overall is also pretty strong. So a single hit, about 60% of the life taken off, and a frost bomb just finishes things off. Yeah. Hitting them twice with a frostbolt is still a very good way to finish most opponents.
A moment to catch my breath.
It's a rare like this that needs to get hit multiple times. See? That was the sound. You can't miss it. It actually sounds appropriate. So this is sound number 7. It's the example listed on the wiki, so I figured I'd go with that. And I tested it out first by also binding it on the scroll drops, and that actually seems to worked as well. And I liked it, so I stuck with it. I haven't actually tried any other sound effects. But this is nice. But we can pick up more prophecies.
That thing! It slaughtered everyone! Help me!
Yes, we will. We will help you. Actually, getting the timing for frost bombs down pretty well as well. Which is an interesting sentence. Pretty well as well. For just plopping down multiple of these. Since the countdown between casts is 2.5 seconds, the effect lasts for 3.5. Also, we still need the Baleful Gem. Yes. Then we will see Helena back in town. But the thing is, we still have a trial to do, so we can't just go back to town. Not yet. So also, we still have an open prophecy, the Plague Maw. We will encounter a Golem in a corrupted side area. The thing is, I haven't seen any of those yet. I'm wondering if maybe we first need to cause the darkness before we can actually get corrupted areas. Because that is the darkness of the Vaal, corruption of the Vaal, or... It's Vaal related. It's very strongly Vaal related, the darkness. I mean, in the end, the boss is called the Vaal Oversoul. So maybe it is just impossible for corrupted areas to spawn in normal difficulty before we actually hit the darkness. So that means that the northern forest is then theoretically the first area where a corrupted side area could spawn. Just I briefly tried googling it, but I could not bring up any information as to when corrupted areas start. So given that I've got the prophecy, probably more likely to get a corrupted area than you normally would. So we'll see. If I get one in the northern forest, then that supports my hypothesis. Also, we're full of items. Also, we get stuff. I like it when we get stuff. So, Arctic armor. Let's see, we have Herald of Ice. I have overlooked Herald of Ice. Channel ice through your hands, adding cold damage to spells and attacks. If you shatter an enemy, they explode and deal AoE cold damage to enemies near them. I think we might go with this. This does a bit of an offensive boost. Put it over there. So we pick up a ton of rares. Well, mostly rares. Okay, but default is sell everything, then have a quick look if there's anything useful in here. Silken Vest, 43 energy shields, some fire resistances. This is not quite bad, but since we're not focusing on it yet, I'm actually gonna go with the evasion that has a bit more resists. But it really does not matter all that much. Minion gems, of course, now we get it. Not during the actual playthrough where I was playing with minions. Game always does things like that, of course. Let's see. Also, we are slowly starting to drown in portal scrolls, which is good. Let's say Helena, Silk, Hina, everybody happy. Oh, and then we could hypothetically buy ourselves an Arctic armor as well. There's gonna be a lot of energy reserved though, or mana reserved. I mean 60 is about a quarter, so this is gonna take us down to half. For now let's go with what we got. Chamber of Sins level 2, let's go back. Yeah, see, this is about half that we are reserving. Boom boom. So confess with a 3-link is not a bad deal. Also, we get extra damage from this. It's going to be 238. That's 20 DPS. It's not that significant.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
But all the extra damage we get is, well, extra damage that we get. It really is that simple. And that was a dead end. Dead end filled with undead. Okay. Well, at least we explored everything on this wing. Now we can just safely go back to the left side of the area, knowing that we don't have to backtrack. Oh, I forgot to get ourselves a new prophecy. Well, it doesn't really matter. We'll have to portal to the crossroads and then move over to the crypt. So we will be doing some traveling, which is gonna go via town anyway, so we can just always collect a prophecy there. And who knows, we might get another prophecy coin. So currently got 11 points of life regen per second, and you can definitely see that. The energy shield kind of evaporates, but the life bubble is pretty good at staying full, or hovering near 95% full. Okay. So this is already where the flame dash pays itself off. Okay. We have desynced these two saw blades, and we can just run after one, cross over, and just keep following over here. Destabilize one. Make them continue, and because we can shoot through... I was gonna say, because we can shoot through walls, we might as well do that here. Apparently not. Aha! Well, doesn't really matter. We killed him. We killed him pretty good. Oh, there's a rare here. Whoa. Bunch of spark mages, let's take him out. And we got him. Most excellent. There is prophecy number 2. This is actually the third one in a row, so theoretically we probably should have done the Crypt first. But I don't know, I tend to just go this way. So, we empty our pockets. Nah, not worth picking up. Ah, already had one that had bleeding removal, so it's not as easy to hand it in. If we got some extras to spare, which we don't, then we can trade 3 for 1, but for now it's good. Navali, give me another prophecy, please.
Cowardly foes lay in wait. A show of force reveals their true intentions.
Hidden reinforcements. You will be ambushed by several enemies upon slaying a foe. It's just a repeat of a previous one. But it's gonna be fine nonetheless. From the crossroads we head east. Always east. So any kill can trigger it, right? Slaying a foe, yep. So that makes things interesting. Every kill could trigger the prophecy. And remembering from the previous time we had it, it did trigger rather quickly. Though if the game, or if the devs are slightly devious about it, they'll insert a random delay, like an internal counter, that you have to do at least like say 2 or 3 dozen kills before it actually triggers. So that way, you will have enough kills that you are no longer actively waiting for
Just
the prophecy
need a
to
moment
trigger.
to catch my breath.
And then your attention wanes, and then BAM! You get ambushed. Given that the devs actually do have a little bit of a devious nature, I would not be surprised if indeed they have had similar thoughts and concerns.
No point in looking back now. There's just death, and a lot of it.
That's level 20. Okay, so we are gonna drop down ever further. On our way to the fangs of the Viper. 42% chance to evade. Double chest. I seem to remember there being a guaranteed unique here. Let's have a look if we can find that one. Okay. So far, no hidden reinforcements. Frostbomb went up, Frostbolt went up. What's our DPS output? 294 and 170. That's a nice pack. Nothing yet though. Ooh, some blues. Greater mana. That might be enough to actually get 3 to hand in to get another one. This is the level 12, so we should be able to obtain the level 18 flask now, and given that I'm level 20, that should be doable. Ooh, ghost. Come on, go find a unique. And too slow again. Hey, it actually extends. Not too far. Okay. Usually there is a guaranteed unique nearby. Wonder why I haven't spotted it yet. Or maybe I just wandered off a little bit further than normal. Happens. Oh, so let's see. King Titan. And then we find the Crypt. Level 1. Let's see if we can find a couple more coins, some more prophecies. Have the prophecy trigger. Also, we have to look for the trial in this very level. Oh, hello there, spiders. Oh, a shrine room. Massive shrine. Ooh, bigger AoE. So that's a frostbomb that hits further, which is always nice, actually. It's a bit of a taste of what it's like later on in the game once you have a lot of bonuses to increased AoE. Oh, increased AoE gem, your blast radius bonuses. I think it's called blast radius, isn't it? Yeah, blast radius. Not gonna go for the Templar version of blast radius, but you know, if you got a build variation that does that, then that's always nice as well. Just don't have the skill points to go all the way to the Templar. Just like I'm not even going towards the science area with this build. Just don't have the points for it. So Herald 5 through 7 points added to spells.
Just need
It's
a
not
moment
a lot,
to catch my
but
breath.
damage gets nearly doubled now. So that's gonna be 10 to 14. Well, still not a lot. Another silver coin. Excellent. And there is the trial. And a dead end. And the exit. Okay, that's good. Let's see. Put down this one. Shoot down the spiders. And walk around here. Interesting bit. This one still hasn't triggered. So maybe it's not just any foe. Maybe it does need to be a unique or well, something special. Maybe I'm misremembering the exact details of what happened during the first trial, or the first prophecy. And we are gonna go out of here. Yes, yes. Teleport. I love it for this. Oop. 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 Let's actually not open up my inventory while I'm trying to heal myself. Matter of just hitting the wrong hotkeys. But we did make it over here. So now we can kill things. Excellent. Sapphire ring. Good, good, good.
Shine boldly, so that
All
all
three
may
are
find
completed.
you when the night falls.
So then we have a hot date with Archbishop Geoffrey, Guardian of the next level. Also Keeper of the first jewel. Though I don't think I even have accounted for jewels in this build. There's just no logical jewels that we pass by. This is a really, really hyper-focused build. You could go out of your way, I think, spend like 2 or 3 extra skill points to pick up the jewels between the witch and the shadow and the one inside of the witch's area. Or maybe spend another 3 points to get the one in the witch. But you know, if you have to spend 2 or 3 skill points to get a jewel, it has to be a really good jewel to make it worthwhile. So that's an interesting trade-off. And I did have a check in the list of unique jewels, and there was nothing really that stood out. Maybe there are some rares that I'm overlooking, but besides that, there was nothing that was truly exciting. Which is nice, because if you don't have to chase after jewels and no hope for good drops, then that's one thing less to be concerned about. So, let's keep dropping the frost bombs. Grand mana flask. That's the next tier. Excellent. Increased recovery when on low life. This is completely not relevant, even though the mana is pretty good to recover. I have to throw some alchemy orbs against it or something. Filtration. Well, basically that is what I meant.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
And I think one of them got away. 2 of them got away. You, get back here. Yes, thank you. And that is yet another level. Early on it goes so quickly. So we get dex, we get movement speed, and all the other bonuses are completely useless for us. Also, we had an opportunity to go for life, but for now we're actually going to go evasion rating and energy shield. All those bonuses and get a bit more dex. Because, let's see, we got 63 right now, that's okay-ish. Still pretty not a good flask, but probably better than just a plain white one. Let's keep looking. And another silver coin. Ah, I forgot to hand in the previous one. So we got 2 coins now. That means 2 more prophecies. And we enter the throne room from the side. It's an ambush. Oh no, you withered me. You sneaky bugger. Or you temporal cursed me. I saw purple and I assumed wither, but... Ooh, amethyst flask. Speaking of chaos.
Cowardly foes lay in wait. A show of force reveals their true intentions.
So, my attention was indeed not on expecting these guys anymore, because it has been quite a while since I started expecting them, so to say. And I don't really care about the amulets. Let's pick up the golden hand. Nothing truly exciting in here. So let's just portal out. Have a chat with people. You take all the items I've picked up that are not actually that interesting. So lots of currency. It's really nice that you will just get quite a collection just by going through. Let's see, what do we get? Armor and physical damage, that's not as interesting. 20 dex and 6 to all resistances. Or 3 mana and 10% increased elemental damage. This is actually not a bad one, especially the 3 mana. Also 10% elemental damage is basically equivalent to one of these. So this duel is something you could go for, even though later on you'll spec out of Blood Drinker. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4 points to get it. So it's really inefficient unless you really crave the dexterity points. Then once you are here and you've got melding, then it's gonna be 1, 2 points to grab this one. And in the witches area, this one is also a 2-pointer. And for the rest, you're not really gonna go near any dual sockets. So they are useful, but yeah, it's a trade-off, which is nice actually. So let's pick up our extra prophecies.
Life flows through the blood. Let's slip the blood, and the life will continue in a new form.
Blood elementals. You will kill a powerful monster whose blood takes on a new form. Interesting.
The unseen enemy travels through unseen tunnels. Its reach is small, but its effect is large.
You will track down a powerful devourer who will drop a unique item when slain. Interesting. So devourers don't start to pop up until, I think, until the Northern Forest. That's, I think, the first area with devourers. So potentially a fierce wide reach is gonna trigger there. Risen Blood. Kill a powerful monster. This, I think this could trigger anywhere, because it's probably just going to be a rare or a unique that will spawn blood elementals or something. So technically blood elementals you usually don't see until Act 3. And of course we still have the Plague Maw, which is probably going to be in later Act 2. But for now, we have cleared the entire north side of town. We handled a couple of prophecies. And we have a nice point to end the episode. So next episode we're going to go into the western forest. And then we go have a chat with Oak and move onwards for there. But for now, I'm going to end this episode. And I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.